Hello, today I'm going to be teaching everybody that actually watches about the basics of modding, which is like the backbone of the game. And if you didn't know this already, you can actually, there's an optional screen when you're picking your Warframe that you can see all the abilities. If you ever are wondering if something impacts something, you can check there. But for the first part, we're going to go into my Mesa, and then we're going to check out her mods and stuff. So the first half on the left, I feel is really self-explanatory, except for the capacity, but I'll get into that in a minute. So duration is how long your abilities last and how much they cost to keep up. Efficiency is how much the initial cost and to maintain that ability is. Range is how far your ability reaches, and strength is the amount of impact or power your abilities have. Those are the four main things. Some Warframes are affected differently. So here we have my aura mod slot. If you match the polarity or symbol, it will actually give you more capacity. It'll still give you capacity if you don't match it, but not as much. That is the Exilus adapter right next to it. You can get those by like alerts and stuff. So normal mods, if you match their slots, my primed flow actually takes as much as my umbral vitality, but it actually cuts the cost in half. And you can get more of these polarities, like change your aura mod, or even get a polarity in your Exilus adapter by going and upgrading it with the Orokin Catalyst that just flat out increases your thing. Or you can actually polarize it. To polarize, you need to be level 30. It will reset you back to 0, but then you can change whatever slot you want. You can change it, delete it, add one, doesn't matter. But you can do that as many times as you want. And that's like the basic of how you get the different polarities and you can match them. So now weapon modding is much more complex. I don't want to say that word, it's really weird. Because, you have your accuracy and all that, but the main things I want to tell you about right now are critical and status. So critical chance and damage, they're critical hits, they do more damage. Status has the chance to inflict a status effect, which I will tell you more about in a minute. But usually weapons lean towards one or the other, and there are mods you can get that will enhance that capability of the weapon. There are a few that can't do any, and there are a few that can do both. Those weapons are very rare in the sense that most people just lean one way with them anyway. So the status effects can be combined by combining different elements on your weapons. Like radiation here is made by fire and lightning, and it pretty much just makes the enemies attack each other. And that's pretty cool because, it's more crowd control. Viral is by poison and cold, and it cuts like their health in half. Blast is fire and cold. It's just like a flat number and they'll fall on their ass when it hits. Corrosive strips their armor, makes them much easier to damage. Gas is a big poison cloud, and magnetic pretty much strips the electric shields, like the blue health. But, all in all, it's all pretty cool. Like Slash, if that procs, it's like a damage over time. Puncture, it weakens them. Impact, it makes them fall on their ass, similar to Blast. And you can pretty much just change them around, because it's left to right in which mods you get. So if you have, like, Fire, Ice, that's Blast, and then Poison, and Lightning is, shit, I forgot what one that one is. I don't know, you can just experiment with it and figure them all out. They're pretty easy. The only thing other than that, really, is, that melee weapons can have stance mods, which act similar to the aura mod. But the more you upgrade those, not only do you get more like capacity, but you can actually unlock more moveset. So it's actually something that a lot of new players don't know about. So you can actually get a moveset for your weapon. So right now I'm going to be telling you, how you upgrade stuff, how you can tell what all it does. So if you go to Fusion, you can move the cursor left or right. That increases the amount you needed to equip that, but it also increases all stats on the mod. And here you can say it takes a little bit of endo and a little bit of credits to max it out. But, in the beginning that will be a little bit of a tight resource, but the more you go along and you keep going, you can get more and more very easily from, like, everyday things. Especially later on in the game, you can get them from sorties, the index, you can get them anywhere. It's actually a pretty common occurrence in the late game, but that's pretty much going to cover it for my guide to modding. So I hope you all really learned something in this really quick. And, as always, Sherpa Nug, signing out.